Hi guys, I'm Noam.
And I'm Justin. We've been comparing spread betting providers for 3 years in a row, and we've been looking to the latest when it comes to CFD and Forex trends.
In this video, we're looking at IG, specifically their spread betting platform that they provide UK traders in 2026. All right, Justin. IG, we're looking at the spread betting niche in the UK specifically. Before we go into the IG review for 2026, do you want to maybe just give people a very brief overview about the spread betting industry specifically in the UK?
Absolutely. So spread betting remains a very niche product. Most people choose spread betting due to tax advantages over CFD trading. So while globally CFD trading is extremely popular, only primarily in the UK do the tax department treat profits differently when made through spread betting, which attracts quite a few traders to that type of trading. But it's still niche, which means that there's only 16 spread betting providers, of which of course IG is one of them. So just understanding, we're talking about a very small group of traders and brokers, but obviously there's big advantages to trading this way, which is why this vertical exists.
Okay, let's get into the overall score. So we've given them a score of 86 out of 100, which places them, I believe, at number 4 on the best spread betting brokers that we promote in the UK in 2026. As always, we look at 4 of the main categories, being trading costs or fees, trading platforms, trust, and range of markets. Let's start with the first category. That first category is trading costs, and we've given them a score of 8 out of 10. What did we like about their trading costs, and where did they lose some points?
Yeah, so look, the IG, so we've done a review of IG based on their CFD trading platform, and when it comes to CFDs, their fees are actually quite high. We gave them a score of 5 out of 10, but when it comes to spread betting, it's actually surprisingly good. So they're quite competitive. For example, the Euro USD, 0.85. Now the industry average is about 1 across the 16 providers. AUD USD 0.82, 1.1 being the average, etc., etc. So you can see it on our actual website. We've published the 2026 average spreads versus the industry average. So they're quite strong. That said, there are several providers that do have lower. A good example is Pepperstone, Capital.com. If you look at their individual spreads on the major currency pairs, they are lower across almost every single one of them. And then when it comes to something like the shares, it's probably at a slightly higher end. So let's say Hong Kong shares, they've got a 0.25% spread versus about a 0.2% average, and there's also a few additional hidden fees that you may not be aware. For example, credit card deposits can get a 0.5 to 1% charge. There's an inactivity per month after 2 years of no trading, and a few other costs. So, but generally, I'm saying they're a pretty competitive broker, not the cheapest, but very competitive when it comes to their trading fees compared to the industry average.
Okay, the next category that we looked at was trading platforms. We've given them a score of 8 out of 10. What do we like about the trading platforms that IG offers?
So we like the fact that the IG platform itself is very solid. Obviously, IG being the first broker to offer spread betting to retail traders means that they've really built it into their proprietary platform. So they've got a web platform, they've got a desktop, and they've got a app that Noam has tested on his iPhone. I've got an Android device, and look, it's really easy to use, really easy to trade. It has built-in market information from Reuters, so you really can't go wrong. I guess the key element is that there is a lack of other trading platform options. So let's say CTrader, let's say MetaTrader 4. Generally, if you're going to trade spread betting with IG, you're going to use their proprietary platform. It means that if you're going to switch to another broker, you're going to have to relearn the software, which generally locks you into them because you're not going to relearn it. And that's vice versa. If you're with another broker, let's say Pepperstone, and you're using MT4, you're highly unlikely to move to IG now because IG doesn't offer MT4. And again, you're going to have to learn their trading platform. So look, their trading platform is solid. It's built for spread betting platform. There's a lot going right, but personally, I don't like getting locked into anything in life. And having the flexibility of knowing that several other spread betting brokers offer that same software makes it easy to switch and makes you not locked in. So obviously, I knocked off quite a few points of the fact that, IG is really trying to push you into their proprietary platform if you're going to trade with them, rather than really giving you a plethora of other options that the other brokers offer.
Okay, so that was trading platforms. Let's have a look at Trust now. We've given them a score of 10 out of 10 for Trust. No surprises why, but do you want to just detail very quickly why we've given them a 10 out of 10 for Trust?
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible not to. They were the first real broker that offered spread betting to retail traders in an online environment. Of course they're FCA regulated. They're regulated around the world, from America, Australia, etc. But all that really matters is the FCA. And, they offer the segregated client funds under the rules up to £85,000. They've got over 700,000 active clients. And, of course, they're listed on the London Stock Exchange. So they're the most trusted spread betting provider on the market. Impossible not to give them a 10 out of 10.
Okay, so that's Trust. Now let's have a look at range of markets. Again, 10 out of 10. They offer it all, but, why didn't you give us a bit of a summary as to why we've given them a 10 out of 10 for this score too?
Look, again, the FCA it's all about the FCA here and what you can't trade. So they can't, now obviously as a regulated broker, they can't offer markets such as cryptocurrencies, for example. And that's just due to regulation. But when it comes to the things that they can offer, they offer all the markets that they can. So there's over 17,000 markets they offer. So for example, when it comes to Forex, there's 80 plus Forex pairs. They offer over 12,000 individual shares. So that's whether that's the New York Stock Exchange, London Stock Exchange, Japan, and a lot of smaller exchanges. They offer shares within that. They offer 130 stock indices, options markets, commodities, you name it, gold, oil, silver, bonds, really they offer the widest range of any broker. So if it's really a niche market you're looking to trade, you'll probably find it on IG, and if it's on IG, it's not going to be with any other broker. So this is probably their key strength. If you're one of these people that say, look, I'm mostly going to be trading a lot of niche markets that I don't feel a lot of the other brokers will offer, well, IG is probably going to be the right spread betting provider for you.
Okay, so let's just summarize this all for everybody back home. We've given IG an overall score of 86 out of 100 for spread betting in the UK in 2026. We've given them a score of 8 out of 10 for trading costs or fees. We've given them a score of 8 out of 10 for trading platforms. We've given them a score of 10 out of 10 for trust and 10 out of 10 for a range of markets. In closing, do you want to maybe just provide, a quick overview of IG and who they're best suited for?
Sure. So IG, if you're just looking for a very solid spread betting provider with a really wide range of markets, you can't go wrong. On the other hand, if you're saying, well, are they the cheapest? Can I get a low commission rate, or in this case spreads, from another provider? Absolutely, there's cheaper out there. If you're looking for a broker that's not going to lock you into their software, well, of course, there's other brokers out there. And I guess that's why there's been a few new entrants, not many, over the past few years, and they've gained significant market share. Because, of course, there is a percentage of traders that just want lower fees, that just want that flexibility of being able to move from one broker to the other. That's something that IG, as the established player, is never going to offer. And for those types of traders, IG may not be right for you. So certainly, there's cheaper out there. Are they good value? I think they're pretty good value. But as I said, if you're, trading costs we consider to be the number one factor you should be looking at when comparing brokers, and there's cheaper out there. And if you look at our website, you'll see who those cheaper providers out there, and you may want to consider those except for IG.
All right, guys, that's all we have time for. Don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section down below, and let us know about the score that we've provided IG. Do you agree with it? Do you not? Are there any other brokers that you'd like us to review for you that we haven't reviewed yet on spreadbet.co.uk? Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Justin, thanks very much.
Thank you.